So catching the load on a trolley, on your boom or your trolley, depending on what you like to call it. I know guys get all upset whether or not you call it a trolley or a boom or what have you. I hear carpenters call it rack, or it doesn't matter. We're all talking about the same thing. It's just the word that we use. So on the trolley, on a hammerhead tower crane, I prefer to call it a trolley myself. That way you differentiate between boom up and hoist up, or boom down and hoist down. It's my personal preference. Everybody feels different about it, and some people are pretty passionate. I kind of find it humorous sometimes. But it's a really important piece, learning how to catch it properly. I got a little bit, I'm out maybe 230 feet out at this point, so I got a little bit of drift back and forth in my swing. So I came out there kind of quick. Anyways, so on the trolley, so the trolley control, you got your trolley out pushing away from you on your left-hand side, pulling back into you. You have your trolley in. So on this particular crane, it's a 1992 model, Liebherr HC, so I've got 4 steps in the trolley. The 4th step is actually malfunctioning a little bit. It's one of the poles is dead on the motor, polarity, and so it doesn't get enough power to it to get it going. But this thing will run at like 329 feet per minute, pretty quick. I got 265 feet of boom. I've got power lines out there. Is the only reason I'm not going all the way out. And so let's see what that looks like and how to catch it. So when you induce the energy, you want to get the energy coming towards you at a pace where the block is behind the trolley. And then when the block catches up, you want to speed up to the speed of the block. So now I'm in my 2nd step, so it's going. So I'm going to go for 3rd. Just put a little power into it to get it drifting, and then I go ahead and go for my 3rd. And what happens is that when you take off like that, you're ahead of it, so the block, give it a second to get moving, and then you come with it, and you're under control. So now I'm going to go in my 4th step, which reacts differently because of the polarity problem, the pole being dead. And so now I'm coming in at 329 feet per minute. You can see that thing's coming in pretty quick. So I'm going to go ahead and get control of it. So now I'm going to pull out a 4th, let it drift ahead. I'm in 3rd. See the block stop, so I'm in 3rd. And I just slowly come out of all those steps. And I have it under reasonable control. I'll take another one to catch that little bit of drift. And now I've got reasonable control over it. So again, now that we're in at a different angle here, let's try it again. So I'm going to go I'm just going to go straight to 2nd step. So now when I go into 2nd step, it's drifting ahead. I can come into 3rd when I know that it's centered. So I come to my stop. So I'm back into my 2nd. I watch it. It's drifting forward now, so I might as well just stop at that point because I'm going to have to come back out in 2nd step to catch it. One of the things you can do when you're going for these little catches is you can watch the block actually level out. When you see the block is drifting forward like that, when you see it actually, you can see it dead center, especially when you have 2 pulleys, like on a potane. When you see it level out, you know you're dead over it with the trolley. It's harder to see on the single sheave blocks that you get from Liebherr, but that's one of the tricks that I use for it as well. So that's catching your trolley on a tower crane. So again, 2nd step, like just drift ahead on it, and then I come in my 3rd, and then I come for 2nd step again, let it drift ahead. Once I see it coming back, there's no point in continuing to go out further. You're just going to exacerbate the swing. And so sometimes I'll go back and forth and catch it. And then you got control over it. If you're a bellman and you're out there and you know that you only have to go 3 feet with it, you can say easy trolley out, and so, or easy boom down, whatever you guys like. So I'm booming down, so I go ahead and know that I'm only going to go a few feet. So I'm going to go 1.5 feet, and then I'm going to stop, let it drift ahead, and then trolley out over it again. And that's it. I mean, you just need a few feet, so you just come in, stop early, let it drift, and then when you're near the end of the swing, go ahead and trolley out again. Trolley in this case, to catch it. And so those are the kinds of tips and tricks with a trolley that the riggers will need. Standing directly under it perpendicular is how you're going to do best with catching the load. If you're always watching the load itself and not seeing what the block and trolley are doing as well as the load, then you don't know how to match it all up. You cannot properly catch a load by watching the load down below you. A lot of guys think that they are, but probably the operator's helping them out. So that's kind of running your trolley on a tower crane.